Hey there, everybody. So we are starting in the book of First Kings, continuing in our Books of the Bible series. The author is unknown. Some people would attribute it to Jeremiah, that he wrote both First and Second Kings. But the date of when this is happening, it'll cover events from 970 to 850 BC. However, First Kings was probably written sometime after the Babylonian destruction of Jerusalem, which happened in 586 BC. So it was written after that, but covering the events from 970 to 850 BC. The key theme of First Kings is that Israel divides into rival northern and southern nations. So some of the details about the book: King David, in his declining health, is going to name Solomon, his son with Bathsheba, a successor. After David's death, God comes to Solomon and speaks to him and says he can have anything he wants if he just asks for it. And so he chooses wisdom. Well, God gives Solomon great wisdom, but that leads to him having much power and wealth. He builds a new temple for God, a permanent temple in Jerusalem for God, and the Lord promises again to bless him because of his obedience. However, Solomon, he marries 700 women, and a lot of them were business deals or political deals. It was to get in with another country and to protect their country from that attack. But however, they worshiped false gods, and he allowed that to come in, and it kind of changed his heart to idols. When Solomon dies, his son Rehoboam foolishly comes and says, "I'm going to tax you even harder. I'm going to work you even more." And so the nation of Israel splits into the north and into the south. And so the northern tribes, the 10 northern tribes, they will make their own nation and become under Jeroboam, who was a ruler, or not a ruler. He was a official. That's the word I'm looking for. He's an official underneath of Solomon, and the rest will go down into a nation called Judah. And so you have some good ones that come out of Judah, some good rulers. However, the northern ones really just have a bunch of terrible, wicked rulers. The southern ones at least will have like Asa and Jehoshaphat, who try and follow the Lord. They don't do everything perfectly, but they try and follow the Lord. But the north really is just kind of stuck in nastiness. However, then you have Elijah coming in, and he will confront Ahab and Jezebel about their wickedness in the southern tribe. And that's whenever we get to the story where he, through God's power, defeats the 450 false prophets of Baal in that dramatic contest on Mount Carmel. There are some quotable verses in here. Chapter 2, verses 1 and 2 says, "David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore, and show thyself a man." 18, verse 37 says, "Hear me, O Lord, hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Lord God, and that thou hast turned their heart back again." So one of the unique and unusual things about this book was, scholars will say that First and Second Kings were originally one book, one volume, but they were split to allow them to actually fit onto normal sized scrolls. And so here's what we get out of this book. Solomon's example provides a strong warning to us. Even the most blessed person, what God has given a lot to, can make some big mistakes that will last for a lifetime, or that will last even past their lifetime. We're going to do a sponsor of the day today. The sponsor of the day today is David Anderson. Pray for him as he's got decisions that he'll be making here in the upcoming weeks, that God would give him wisdom and would just give him a good day. Y'all have a good one.